What's up, my PT peeps? One Eyebrow back to talk about The Walking Dead and do a discussion video about Rick Grimes and will he ever die on the show and in the comic. Spoiler warning if you're not up to date on the show and the comic. Not going to talk about anything that's not published on video, TV, or on paper of the comic for that. So here we go, guys. So Rick Grimes, he's the heartbeat of the damn show and the comic. Well, not so much the comic anymore. They kind of steered off on different issues, but the show for sure. But Rick Grimes is the heartbeat of The Walking Dead. Now, will he ever die? And how will he die? Because eventually he has to die, right? I hope not. I don't think so, but we'll talk about a couple things about it. So, The Walking Dead is the best show on television in TV history. But Rick Grimes has been our main guy. He's been our main catalyst. And will he ever become a zombie? Will he become a walker? Will he just fade away? Will he die of natural causes that have to be put down? Only time will tell. But like I said, Rick Grimes is the pulse, the heartbeat of the show. And I can't picture the show without Rick Grimes. I can't picture the show without Andrew Lincoln playing Rick Grimes, even though Thomas Jane was up for the part before him, but he passed on it to do the HBO show Hung. But Andy Lincoln is our Rick Grimes, and it's awesome. Now, we've known him from the very beginning. The start of the show is him walking down the street trying to get gas, and I love it. I'm glad we followed Rick Grimes instead of Negan from the very beginning. I think it's a great concept overall with Rick Grimes and all the drama that comes along with it. But, you know, Rick Grimes has been our guy from the very beginning, and if you lost that character, the show would just take a major hit. And I don't know how or why they would ever do that, and it would be stupid for them. But every season, they're like, Rick can die, anyone is expendable. But not really, though. I think Rick, Daryl, Michonne are the three people that you can't kill off for various reasons. But Rick is just too much to the show to get rid of. I don't know how they would captivate you to bring it in. Just his demeanor, his leadership, his just way with the group, the way he gets stuff done, the decisions he makes, good, bad, and indifferent. And it's just great. Rick Grimes is just too much of a character that you can't get rid of. And I don't know how they would do it. But we are The Walking Dead. Rick Grimes said it now. I could see him, and I would love for him to become more the comic Rick Grimes, where he loses a hand, or he gets injured, and he has problems with that. But I don't know if they could do that monetarily wise with, you know, green screen, blue screen on there too. Later on in the show, the comics might take over the storyline. The show with Negan and Rick becoming, I don't know, allies, I guess would be a way, or not friends, but, you know, relying on each other a little bit more would be a nice twist and turn. So Negan would have to stay around, and Rick would have to stay around, Carl would have to stay around, all these characters would have to live. And yes, The Walking Dead, everyone's expendable, they love to say that, but not really though. Come on, give me a break. If Rick Grimes ever died, it would be terrible on so many levels. Team Michonne, Rick and Michonne together. Maybe they have a baby down the road. I don't know, all these possibilities. Who would raise Judith? Judith's kept alive. Carl's not ready to take over their leadership role. I mean, come on. Rick is the strongest leader they have of Alexandria and really the strongest leader on the show. When he has to deal with all these things of Negan and Eugene and the Jadis and the Scavengers and just the kingdom and the people, and then eventually a bigger antagonist down the road. And it should be crazy to see what happens with Rick if he wasn't there. I just don't know what they would do about it too. And they're like, I can't get over the fact that they say every year, Scott M. Gimple and stuff like that, like, everyone is expendable. Yeah, right. As they're getting ready to film season 8, they said it again. So who would be against, you know, Alpha? You're not going to have Carl against Alpha. Carl's with Lydia. You're going to have Negan with that. You can't do that. You know, going on down the road, season 9, season 10, Rick's got to be around for that. But I do think he can get injured. He can have, you know, more of a role of being a leader, but not as much action-packed. Because he can't be the same character he is from day one, you know, to, you know, season 10, 11, 12, whenever. He's an old man. He's been through some wars. He's been through some battles. He can get injured on there too. So down the road, I would like to see him be kind of the comic book role that he's injured and he gets around, but he still can't fight as much as he should. Maybe he turns into an old man Rick Grimes towards the end of the show, but we'll see. He's the leader. He's the dad of all these guys. He's the main guy. And I just don't know who would take over. So if they grew some balls and they killed off Rick, or they killed off Daryl, they killed off many people, which they won't. But if they killed off Rick, who would take over? Which one of these people would take over? Enid? Carl, no. Tara, no. Jesus doesn't want to be a leader. Sasha's gone. Daryl, not a leader. Michonne, possibly. Maggie's going to run Hilltop. I mean, these people, there's no one there to run Alexandria for it there, too. If you know the comics, you know that Rick's still alive today, and he's going to be around for a while. They say on the show, like, oh, yeah, Carl could take over in the comics, because Carl's a different character in the show versus the comic where they're at now. But a lot of these people are dead in this picture. A lot of these people couldn't run things. Rick Grimes is the true and one and only leader of the show. I just don't know how they would do it. I'm interested in your thoughts about it. But like I said, every year they're like, Rick could die. Who can die? No, they don't. And no, he can't, in my opinion. So post your comments below, guys. I'm interested to see your thoughts about Rick dying on the show. I doubt it'll happen. Check out my book on Amazon.com, Fight for Us, The Beginning. It's available now on Amazon, $14.99. Thanks, guys, for watching. Post your comments below. Who do you think is expendable on the show? And if they died, would you stop watching? Rick Grimes or anyone included? So there you go, guys. Check out the Walking Dead community page on Facebook. All are welcome. If you like this channel, you like the group. If you do like this channel, hit that subscribe button today. Join our team, Team PT all the way. You guys are awesome. Definitely post your comments down about if Rick will ever die. Thanks, guys.